How do I, 24 male, deal with my girlfriend, 23 female, making significantly less money than me, but wanting to split everything 50-50? And, you know, you guys can read the text there, but I will give you a summary of it. So basically, he is someone that worked hard through high school and college. He made something of himself, and he is wanting to enjoy the spoils of his labor. He also likes a good gourmet meal, whether he's cooking it himself or going out. And he is with someone that's paycheck to paycheck, who cannot afford as much as he can. They live modestly currently, but he'd like to live bigger if he could. But she insists on paying 50-50 for everything, whether it is his fancy meal ingredients that he makes a meal for them or whatever. She insists on knowing how much it is, what it costs. She wants to pay her share of it. And as far as living bigger, it's very almost nearly impossible for him because she wants to go toe-to-toe financially to pay her side of it. And he is at his wit's end. He says, how does one operate from here? I feel like, he said, how do I go about this? I feel like I'm pressuring her into spending money she shouldn't be spending. But at the same time, I always suggest that I pay more and she won't agree. So if I stop buying the things that I myself can afford just because she won't let me buy them for her as well, I feel like I'm being forced to give up something that makes me happy. And believe me, after a 14-hour work day full of stress and losing client money, that sushi is something I need to stay sane. How does one operate from here? They are not compatible, first of all, but we're not coming from a relationship standpoint in that regard. On this channel, for the most part, we're coming in on the aspect of, you know, romance is for rich people and what that looks like. And here is a perfect example of somebody that has the financial aspect for romance, but the partner on the receiving end is not willing to receive the perks of said romance. And I think that what's going on with this gal, it's a simple case of previous financial abuse, whether she saw it happen to her mother, she experienced it herself, because remember, this is a 23-year-old, so, you know, or she just doesn't want to be controlled. And she's not wrong for feeling or thinking that, but at the same time, it does dampen the relationship. So the only solution here is, of course, for him to go ahead and find somebody else, which I doubt he will. And that's why we're not giving relationship advice on this channel. But as far as romances for rich people is concerned, he's pointing out very clearly that to do the wooing and the aspects of luxury and fine dining and all that, it does cost money. He worked hard throughout high school, he says, and college to make something of himself. He wouldn't be able to provide her with these things, or he even himself, had he not done that. At the end of the day, for romance, capital R, to happen, money is needed. And so this Reddit post is a prime example of, even though they have other issues, it's a prime example of how you actually do require money to continue to perform romantical aspects consistently throughout the relationship. So I won't dwell on this, but I just wanted to highlight this Reddit because it's so telling. As far as the relationship is concerned and the 50-50 aspect and whatnot, he can either accept it or leave it. It's commendable that she's trying to carry her own weight. I think some men would appreciate it, but for him, he is more willing to spoil. However, in some previous episodes we've seen, when a woman is willing to be spoiled and does allow for it, then there's resentment. So there is that. And that is something we're going to have to delve into on this channel. Because on the one hand, we can say romance is for rich people, but then how do said rich people feel when said poor people enjoy what they offer and provide? Men do tout this provider title for themselves, but then when they get into the seat of a provider, I hear some resentment come through from some men. So I have to keep an eye out for that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, like I always say, please do subscribe. It'll help us with the algorithm, and you can turn on your notification bell. If you disagree with what I'm saying, please, for the love of God, leave me a comment. If you agree, please definitely leave me a comment, because I like to be agreed with. But anyway, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.